What's going on today, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be finally getting back up to our food plot that we cut last time. I don't know if you have watched the video yet. If you haven't, you can go ahead and watch the first video. We went ahead and cut trees, cut the tall brush with the push lawnmower, and we got it ready to get tilled. We're making a food plot here, so we're trying to make it as easy on our tiller as we can. I don't have a very big tiller, but it does pull behind the four-wheeler, so we're going to see how it works. I was trying to wait for a day where the rain completely saturated the ground to make it a little bit softer, and it just barely rained last night and this morning. So we got the four-wheeler in the back, and then up front here we got the rototiller, and we're going to see how it works today. It's just a little 3-footer. It's got a old snowblower motor on it, so we're going to see if it works. If it doesn't work, I do have a little walk behind rototiller that we're going to be using to till this up, but I want to try this first because it'll make it go a lot quicker, I think. But I'm going to get the four-wheeler unloaded and we're going to head down to the food plot. It's just right down here, and we're going to see if we can start tilling. There's some more trees to cut, but I'm not going to do that on today's video. I just want to get this first part rototilled and get that out of the way, and then we can start clearing out some more if we want. So let's get it unloaded. Now the hard part is getting that tiller out. It's pretty heavy, but I'm going to try to roll it down the ramp. We'll see what happens. That wasn't so bad. Alright, so here we are. Got my shooting shack right up there. I used all the trees that I cut to brush it in some. I think that's going to help quite a bit. But what I have to do now is rototill. And I want to start from that side, I think. And I'm going to try to go uphill on it so I can control the speed of the tiller a little bit better. I just think it'll work better, so we're going to see. If it doesn't work, then we'll try a different way. But I'm going to back it in to just about that brush line and start tilling. Hopefully it'll till up enough to, I don't know, the ground's pretty soft. I can scratch the dirt almost with my crock, so we'll see. If not, we're gonna have to get the hand tiller. Alright guys, little status update. The tiller's not gonna work. I don't know, these things do not work good apparently. Problem is, you can't put any down pressure on it, so all it wants to do is bounce, bounce, bounce. It's like these things, this kind of tiller needs to have like a 3-point hitch so you can put the down pressure on it, but it ain't gonna work. I mean, this is literally all I've done. And right over here, like immediately it started jumping and it snapped one of the shear pins on the on this side. So I'm just gonna go get the hand tiller. I'm not gonna mess around all day with this thing. I'm back with the tiller and the mower. I didn't get it on camera because if you've already watched the last video, you saw me mowing anyway. So what I did was drop my push mower all the way to down to the ground, and what that does is basically mulches everything and it breaks down quicker. So like all that stuff right there is perfectly good fertilizer once it breaks down. So when I go ahead and till that into the soil, it's going to be good for the soil, you know, it'll give it nutrients. What I'm going to do right now is, before I even start tilling, I'm just going to grab my chainsaw and buzz off a few of those trees over there just to get it down to that pipeline like I originally planned. And then I might take a few of these, I'm not really sure yet, but I just kind of want to get those first because I do want to bring the plot straight down from where I got it cut there to that corner. So I'm going to buzz those off real quick and then mow it, and then we're going to get to tilling. So let's get after it. I got the old gem of a tiller right here. It's not really that incredible. I don't like it at all because it pulls you all over the place. But it's what I got, so I'm going to make it work. It sucks breaking new ground with this. I did this plot a couple years ago, and it was kind of a pain. And now we've doubled the size, so it's gonna be twice the pain. But we're gonna send it. That's all we really can do. I don't have access to a big tiller for a tractor or anything like that, so we're gonna give her a whirl, and we'll see how it goes. You can see what I mean about it's terrible. It is literally terrible rototilling this. So I'll get back to you guys when it's all tilled. So I found a better way to till. That's my tiller right there. Do the old burnouts with big lug tires. Look how much progress it made. This has been about 2 minutes worth. It's at least what it's going to do is break up the top layer of sod so I can get down to that dirt and hit it with the tiller. But way better than using the rototiller. It may cost me a brake pad in the rear, but that's all right. Believe it or not, one year I made a food plot using just my Dodge Ram pickup, the shitbox edition, my old truck. But it worked great. Just did multiple burnouts, so we're good to go. Hit it. We're getting somewhere. It's starting to look like dirt. That's perfect. I'm gonna do it just a little bit more off camera, and then I'm gonna hit it through the tiller, and we should be pretty good. Well, that worked really well. Better than I was expecting. I've done it with my truck before, like I said, but the four-wheeler has a lot bigger lugs, so it really sprays the dirt. I mean, geez, you could almost plant on that right now if you really wanted to. But I'm gonna hit it with a tiller just to break up the sod clumps that have been chewed up, and I might go get some lime. We'll see what happens. Whew. Just got done tilling, guys. Whew. That was a lot of work though, let me tell you. Even after breaking it up with the four-wheeler, it is hard soil right here. But this is what the first pass looks like on it. So I think it's good enough to throw the lime and fertilizer down, and throw the seed down as well today, and we'll see what happens. But I think it's gonna grow great right here. I got a soil tester actually. I'm gonna go grab that and test the soil just to see what it's at, so I don't add something I shouldn't. But let me go get that real quick. Here's a little soil tester. You just stick it in the ground, and it gives you a reading of if your soil is alkaline or acid, or acidic. Let's pick a spot here. Let's see what it reads here. If I can even get it in the ground. The ground is so hard. So it's getting maximum. This tells you 3 different things right here. It tells you how much light you're getting, it tells you the moisture of the soil, and it also tells you the alkalinity or acid level. So right now we're on light, and we are at maximum light. And for the pH level, it's a number 8. Let me try it right here. Get in the ground a little deeper. So it's about a 7, I guess, for alkalinity. If I can find a soft spot, that'd be helpful. And if I just rake up some of this soil into a pile here. So yeah, we're about at a 7.5. I don't know what clover likes, but how moist is the soil? Soil is in slightly green zone, so that's good. But we're at a 7 and a 7.25 for clover. Whew. Guys, it is hot out here. Humid as can possibly be. Let me see what clover likes for pH. Okay, so I just looked it up. It says white clover does best at pH levels from 6 to 7, and red clover can grow in soils over a pH level of 7. So the soil is actually pretty good, but I'm still gonna throw some 10-10-10 on it probably, and some lime as well, and it should help the soil some. So to the hardware store we go to get some fertilizer and lime, and then some seed, obviously. So let's go. We just got to the hardware store. We got our goods. We got some more wildlife clover. I don't know if you can see it, clover, but this stuff is a perennial, and it's supposed to come back for 3 to 5 years. And that's kind of what I'm shooting for with this plot, is because the soil is so darn hard. It's hard to till. If I could do it a perennial, I would have probably went with like a brassica, radish, and like some sort of mix like that. They actually sell this seed. It's called BRT Buckstopper, and it's supposed to be like the best food plot seed for around here that you can possibly buy. And it just brings in deer like no tomorrow. And it's a high protein diet for them. So, but with my hard soil and lack of availability on big rototillers, I'm going with the clover because it's just going to be way easier in the long run. And like I said, I don't hunt the food sources a lot, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just mainly planting it to give them a little bit of quality feed, to allow them to make it through. So that's basically the plan. And I got a 50-pound bag of fertilizer of the 10-10-10, and then I got I think a 20-pound, or maybe it's a 40-pound bag of pulverized lime. And I bought the pulverized lime because it breaks down into the soil immediately, where pelletized takes about, I think it's like 3 to 6 months to break down into the soil. So I'll catch you guys when we're up there. We're basically just gonna wing it out onto the soil and then rototill it and then plant the seed. So let's get after it. We're back. We got the fertilizer, we got the lime, and we got the clover seed. So this clover seed is a more wildlife clover mix. Let's see what it actually has in there. It has bear, cat, red clover, pinnacle ladino clover, stamina white clover, and then it's got some weed seed, only like 0.07%. And I think the seed might be coated, possibly. Not sure. But we got that. I like that. The dough's in. And then we got the Soil Doctor pulverized lime. It's like a powder, so that stuff will break down in the soil immediately. And then we got the 10-10-10 fertilizer, and it's basically just an all-around fertilizer. It's good for pretty much everything. I don't have a seeder anymore because the mice ate mine, so that's handy. But I do have a bottle, so I'm just going to cut the top off this bottle and throw out the fertilizer and stuff. The soil, now that I'm looking at it again, it's looking pretty good actually. I mean, it's pretty tilled, so I think it looks good personally. And it's going to break it up again too once I throw the lime fertilizer on there and I go till it again. So should end up being pretty perfect, really. So I think we'll be in good shape. Deer are going to be very happy to have some good feed up here because there's not much of it. Just found a heck of a score in my truck. Coffee can. I had some screws in there. So we're going to start with the fertilizer and lime, like I said. We're going to put the whole bag of lime on there and probably like half of a bag of fertilizer, because I think it says, I'm going to have to take a look actually, but so I just did a little bit of research, and it says for 1,000 square feet is 10 pounds of 10-10-10 fertilizer. This plot is 2,700 square feet. I just pasted off. So it'd be a rough guess, like rough estimate, but it should be pretty darn close. So I'm gonna need about 25 pounds roughly, so about half the bag like I thought. So we're gonna put half the bag of fertilizer, the whole bag of lime, and then we'll till it up, and then we'll put the seed, on. Need a knife rock. Maybe this will work. Oh yeah. So let me give you a close look at what this stuff looks like. Right there. So lime, if you don't know, basically it sweetens the soil, so to speak. It neutralizes acidic rain and stuff like that coming down. So it neutralizes that, and it also promotes like more earthworms and night crawlers and stuff like that to get inside of the soil. Lime is good, guys. If you're not liming your plots, you really should be. So we're gonna take this stuff and put it right in here. So you don't have to, maybe I'll try not to spill any. Alright, there we go. And I'm just gonna basically cast it on the plot. And then run away from the dust. There we go. Time for fertilizer. This is what the fertilizer looks like. It kind of looks like the rocks that are like on the bottom of a fish tank, kind of. Right there. So now we get to throw all this stuff on there. Well, not all of it, but 25 pounds or so. Give or take a little bit, because we don't really have the most accurate measurement other than saying we're going to use half the bag. So, as you can see, we got all the lime on there. And you can see all the little pelletized pieces of fertilizer, like right there. That's what you want. Now all we have to do is just till it in real quick. I'm not really gonna like till it in. I'm just basically running the tiller over it, kind of like mix it around and distribute it a little bit better is basically what I'm doing with it. And then pretty much after that, we're gonna hit it with the seed. So let's get to it. We are done tilling. Thank you. Done tilling. It took quite a long time to do by hand with that hand tiller. This soil is so freaking rock hard. It's not even funny. I've literally tilled this thing like 3 times now, and it's still hard. Like the top of the soil, like the grass sod layer, that's kind of soft, but man, it's like, it's so hard underneath there. But anyhow, we're gonna start planting the seed here. You can see all the fertilizer and lime is now tilled in. You almost can't see any of it, which is what you want. You want that to be under the soil, so when the roots hit that, they're gonna get a big boost and start growing like crazy. But you can see this one little tree right here. That's my little oak tree that I transplanted. It's doing okay. It's not great, but it's got a bunch of branches on it, good green leaves. So I'm hoping with all this brush and stuff gone, it'll and the fertilizer drifting down to the roots, that will take off as well. But who knows? I'm hoping it does, but we'll see. This is what that seed looks like. It's kind of neat looking seed. It's like red and white. How ironic. It's the 4th of July. Well, it's not quite the 4th of July, but red, white, and blue. So basically what I'm going to do is start on that far side over here, grab like a little handful, and then just sprinkle it. And there we go, guys. We're pretty much planted. I'm probably going to take the truck down here and just pack it, so that way there the soil is bedded in, and then that's pretty much it. There we go, guys. It's all done. The plot is completely fertilized, limed, planted, packed. It's ready to roll. I mean, there's a few spots obviously I can't get with the truck to pack it, but it does its job. Basically, by packing it, what you're doing is making sure that the seed is pushed down into the soil, ensuring that it has good soil to seed contact. That's kind of like a key point of planting. You want to make sure you do that. If you don't, your seed could just be washed away in the rain, and then all your hard work is done and it's wasted. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I will be posting another video maybe about 3-4 weeks from now, about a month from now, on this plot again to see how it's doing, how it's growing. I'm not going to be watering this plot at all. Relying on natural water sources and everything like that to get this plot watered. I don't have a good way of watering it, so it's probably not going to happen. But I do want to post another video about 4 weeks from now, like I said, giving an update on how it's doing, and then we're going to throw up some trail cameras on the plot, and then right back here on these travel corridors, and we're going to see what the heck's moving through here. I know I have one camera back over there right now, but it's dead. But the last thing I had on it was some deer and bear. So that'd be cool to see them come in here when the clover starts growing and then eating it and whatnot. That'd be awesome to see. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you guys for watching the video. Make sure to like, comment, and what do you plant in your plot? Do you guys plant your own plots? Do you have someone plant them for you? And what have you had success on? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.